Hi, this is Pierre-Yves Delacote. Today I wanted to give you some background of who I am. I've been asked by several um, people what was my background and what I was running for. So I'm not going to talk about my experience in terms of companies. I worked for Microsoft for a few years, 11 years. I've experience in different environment, but mainly where I wanted to start is to really make people understand what are my drivers. I need to explain where am I coming from. So I'm French. Obviously, you can hear it. Um, I'm married with an American wife. I have three kids. They're both American and French. And so I'm going to start with my parents because I think basically that's what drove me, sorry, um, in my career and probably in my life because my mom was a psychologist and my dad was a scientist. And my dad ran the Exploratorium, which is a museum in San Francisco. So I was raised in an environment where the knowing the people, understanding the human behaviors was really important, and also knowing the science was also important. So I think I got both of my parents' experience, both of my parents' interest, and I applied it to um, digital or IT or call it whatever. When I started, was computers. So I'm made of both of that. The science of data or how the things are working, how the applied to technology, how the technology is working, understanding that. I started as a developer, and now I'm I'm more helping customers to uh, connect the dot between the people, the end users, and the technology. So how the technology can help the people to achieve a better life. So that's my background from my parents, and I'm really grateful that my parents gave me some interest in those two areas because I think people and technology are really interesting, and I'm very curious about both, and I'm learning about both all the time, and especially since I moved in the US a year ago, I'm learning a new culture, a new way of working, and it's really different from Europe, from France, and even within the US, everything is different from one state to the other, from one customer to the other. So it's really interesting for me, and I'm a constant learner, and I love it because the more I learn, the more I can transmit something or a thing or help people rethink how they do things. And my only goal is to help people and serve people to feel better using and leveraging the technology, not for what it is, but for what it can brings to the people. So that's my background.